It's amazing. I mean, it's really been 10 years in the making. It is a very, very unique film. I don't know, nobody's ever done anything like this before. You're taking this many disparate franchises, really successful franchises, and combining them all into one movie, into one big finale.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie. We got a whole bunch of huge Avengers 4 and Marvel news to break down. You may have heard about the Q&A that Joe Russo did about Avengers 4, talking about the trailer, the runtime of the movie, plot details. I'll break all that stuff down during this video, but we also got more details on what's going on with Captain Marvel, as well as what's going on with the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So we'll start with the Avengers 4 stuff, then I'll talk about all that other stuff. You may have heard about that really cool Infinity War book that they just released that has all this really cool art and details, like Spider-Man's black costume that they cut out of the film, the alternate ending to Infinity War with a very different final battle. I'm doing a new giveaway for that. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a Marvel-related comment on the video. I'll name a new winner at the end of this. Because there were so many things in all this, I just broke this down top 10 style. So we'll start with number 10. Joe Russo confirms in his big Q&A here, right now it's currently sitting at a 3-hour runtime. Now, I don't think there's any way that Disney is going to let the Russos release a 3-hour movie, but they did imply that it was going to be longer than Avengers Infinity War. So for all of you who are really down for extended editions of movies, myself included, especially given what they're trying to wrap up in Avengers 4, it sounds like we're going to get as close to that as possible. But they've said nothing about releasing official extended editions of the movies on Blu-ray or anything like that. 9, he said right now they're working on the visual effects, laying the score down, they're still editing. That won't be done till like the last week before they're forced to ship out prints of the film to theaters all over the world so we can actually sit down and watch it. Right now, at least in the United States, it's coming out that first Friday in May, but that was the same situation with Infinity War and they changed the release date at the last minute, so nothing is set in stone until your ass is in the theater and you're actually watching the movie. 8, he confirmed that the stakes are even higher, which makes you think about what the title might be and how the title might imply that the stakes are higher than Infinity War. Infinity War sounds so definitive that what title could you give a movie that would make it sound even crazier? So it's not official confirmation that the title is Avengers Annihilation or anything like that. He trolled the crap out of the title reveal. So when you're theory crafting, just think about what title you could give a movie that would very simply convey how things are so much crazier than Infinity War. There was a teaser description that I did a video for a little while ago that also says that same thing, that the stakes are even higher, there's an even greater threat that the Avengers have to face. So his comments during the Q&A just corroborate that, as if the snap leaves the universe vulnerable to something even worse, causing more problems than it solves. You have to think about the way they explain Thanos during Infinity War. He's got the blood of the Eternals in him, so he lives much longer than normal people. There was a comic book that they released earlier this year where you see him outliving all of Marvel's biggest characters. So one of the problems with someone like that is that their goals become very myopic, they get stuck in their ways. So that's the way the Russos talk about Thanos and his ideas for the snap, the reason why he's so stuck on it. So big one, number 7, he says we may or may not see the trailer before the end of the calendar year, before the calendar turns from 2018 to 2019. That was the most supreme trolling that I think that he's done in a long time. So if you see websites saying we might not get a trailer till 2019, Kevin Feige revealed a while ago that we would most definitely see the trailer before the end of the year. So this is just the Russos' sadistic sense of humor. Always trust Kevin Feige, regardless of what you hear from the other directors, because Kevin Feige won't lie to people. When people ask Kevin Feige and he doesn't want to reveal information, he'll either say no comment or I don't have anything to say about that. So when he says we're going to see the trailer before the end of the year, he means we're going to see the trailer before the end of the year. 6, really big plot teaser here. One of the writers of Infinity War and Avengers 4 gave this quote talking about Thanos with the implication of looping snaps, that he would do it over and over again. But 5, here's that actual quote, and it comes from that giant Infinity War book that we're doing the giveaway for right now. So he says, the Infinity Stones have been misused by people who didn't understand their true power. And now that the real master of them, Thanos, has shown up, we can see what they can actually do. The problem is, as you can imagine, as you gain control over these things, your story just goes haywire because why are there any stakes for the man who can control time, space, reality, your mind, your soul, and power? He can reset time in the universe as many times as it will take. So, number 4, Infinity Gauntlet Groundhog's Day situation that he implies. What he's saying is that Thanos has the ability to reset the universe if he feels like the snap as he intended it didn't have the outcome that he wanted, which, you have infinite power. Of course, you can reset time for the entire universe. 3, this gets into the idea of Doctor Strange's true plan, his 1 in 14 million chance for the Avengers to eventually defeat Thanos, lose the battle, lose several battles to win the ultimate war. Giving Thanos the Time Stone so that Thanos could start this cycle of snaps, buying the surviving Avengers time to come together, find a way to use the quantum realm, quantum energy to defeat Thanos and break the cycle.
Why would you do that? There was no other way.
Think about how the Russos confirmed that the threat is even greater, and it does still seem like Thanos is going to be one of the main villains, if not the main villain, but there'll be other problems that are caused because of all these snaps. Think of that movie Groundhog Day and all the chaos that was caused while he was trying to figure out what he was really supposed to do to break the cycle. So you have the idea of the Avengers in all these disparate places in their lives. They're all broken apart. The correct path is for them to come together. You have the idea of Captain Marvel, who's an X Factor, as well as the X Factor of Ant-Man with quantum energy. Just remember, though, when you're thinking about all these crazy scenarios for Avengers 4, that it's still going to be a Disney movie released for a mass audience. So even though it sounds like it could get really crazy and really complicated, by the time they edit it down to the final runtime, it'll make about as much narrative sense as Infinity War did. So if you feel like that was simple enough to follow, it'll be the same scenario with Avengers 4. The real payoff is that you know that the Avengers will eventually be victorious and they'll all come together. So the fascination with all this crazy multiple universes, quantum energy, and upgraded power sets, weapons, costumes is really just the icing on the cake. Just remember, like, the really simple idea is that they have to break the cycle, come together. The subtext of all that, as the writer implies, though, is that Doctor Strange's plan, Thanos' plan, and the Avengers' plans for fixing everything are way more complicated than what we'll wind up seeing on screen, which is where all these cool art books come in because they give you those details, because it makes the movies seem that much cooler. Number 2, moving into Captain Marvel territory, websites are reporting that the movie is set during 1995. The evidence that they're providing is that this is coming from a Japanese language official Disney website. So if it's coming from one of Disney's own websites, I'm more inclined to believe it. So 1995 sounds like a pretty solid bet. Smack dab in the middle of the 90s. If we get any more information about what's going on with the timeline and how that ties into other movies, I will totally do a video about it. But number 1, you may have heard the Disney CEO did a big earnings call where he revealed details about Phase 4 and all these Avengers 4 spin-off projects like the Loki series, the Scarlet Witch and Vision series. Tom Hiddleston recently came out and confirmed that. This is the little teaser that he tweeted out recently. Loki, more stories to tell, more mischief to make, more to come. During that earnings call where the Disney CEO was talking about this TV show, he did imply that Disney was planning on launching the service with this, along with that Mandalorian Star Wars TV series. Sebastian Stan was also on Kimmel last night talking about his Winter Soldier Falcon TV series, because Jimmy Kimmel's like, are you going to become Captain America on this TV series? So here's just a cut-down version of that.
But now there is talk that your character and the Falcon will have a show together.
Called Miami Vice.
You got the outfit for it, yeah.
Listen.
That would be great if that's the angle they took.
I would do it.
You guys are in Miami, you know? Bucky
yeah,
Barnes.
Anthony would love that.
In the comic books, Bucky becomes Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has that been discussed with you at all on any kind of a level?
No,
It has not.
Not really, no. It's usually like, it's like a dream. It just sort of, people might mention something, but we never go that way.
His answer there almost seems like he's confirming that he's not going to become Captain America, and they're just going to do Winter Soldier Falcon stuff on this new TV series. They even confirmed that there's another Star Wars live-action TV series. It'll be a Rogue One prequel with Cassian's character and probably a whole bunch of other characters that you saw during Rogue One. If we get any more details about that, I will totally make videos, but it sounds like they're going to start shooting this Loki series relatively soon if they plan on releasing it by the end of next year. We might even get a first trailer for that at Comic-Con next summer. There's a lot of Comic-Con stuff that they'll have to talk about. X-Men, Fantastic Four, all these new TV series. It's going to be crazy. Let me know in the comments, though, if Thanos is still going to be the main villain of Avengers 4, what do you think this greater threat is that they keep talking about? Why are the stakes higher? I'll be doing more videos about those alternate Infinity War endings and deleted scenes coming soon. Leave your requests in the comments below. Congratulations, Steven Velasquez. You're the giveaway winner from my last big Marvel video. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your contact details. Click here for that Loki Infinity War deleted scene and alternate ending, and click here for that brand new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.